Do you think the market's going to crash?
I hear this question a lot. I see this a lot in the media. I don't think it's going to crash. Obviously, not with where everything's at the moment. I'm not saying that some crazy thing couldn't happen. And trust me, if I had a crystal ball, I'd be a very rich person. But basically, it's not going to crash because there's not enough inventory to make it crash. It's a supply and demand thing. So there's not enough houses, there's too many buyers. That dynamic's not going to occur. I think what a lot of people they revert back to the foreclosure crisis and how things were pre the foreclosure crisis. Yeah. And you got to understand the environment is totally different than that. Back then, that was faulty lending practices and fraudulent lending practices that caused that to occur. We don't have that now. Everybody's got a fixed rate. Right. It's a totally different dynamic. That's the thing is like, I know I hear that from a lot of buyers like, oh, well, what happens? And that's the thing is real estate, it goes full circle. You're going to have ups, you're going to have downs. And, it's just like investing. It's going to be the same exact thing. Right. So really what your best measure to protect yourself is how to prevent it, if it does happen, that you're not in a bad position. And there's a couple ways of doing that. You're going to be in a type of loan that's a fixed rate. There's no adjustable rate, all that kind of stuff anymore. The biggest thing you can do for yourself is buy a house that you can grow equity in. So you have to be able to find things to do to your home that's going to cause it to be worth more money. If you put yourself in that position, you'll always have equity in your house so that if you do get yourself into a position, like say you lose your job, whatever, you're able to get out from underneath of it. Right. And then I guess the other things that you can do to prevent that is always have an emergency fund. Right. To have that, if something happens, and don't be house poor. Just because, a lender says, you're approved for this amount doesn't mean that you have to spend that amount. So you kind of have to do a payment that's comfortable for you. And then that way, you're always in a good spot no matter what the real estate market is, no matter what's happening. But as of right now, I don't see a market crash happening anytime soon. So, you're kind of banking on that. I don't think I'd roll with that.
Well, that's good news, because that's definitely circulating.
100%. And it's usually caused by the media, but what are the media trying to do? They're trying to get you to watch TV and they're trying to get you upset and worried about stuff. And it's a totally different dynamic this time. It's not the same conditions.